ready to go after the bye week. And what'd you think about how you guys came out?
Yeah, I thought we came out ready to roll. That bye week, we got extra time on Montana. Started to prep, and the bye week helps a lot. Get guys back that aren't ready and just healing up and getting ready to go, and we came out ready to play today.
Mark, offensively, passing game, is that as sharp as you guys have been this year?
100%. I feel like we were playing really, really well today. Everything was kind of clicking. I was seeing things really, really well, and the offensive line played an awesome game. They're giving me a lot of time back there, so I was able to make those reads, and Griffin was making the plays. So
you mentioned on Selection Sunday, partly because I asked you, but like, hey, it feels like there's maybe a little bit of disrespect or people not thinking you guys are as strong as you were last year. That being the case, did this feel a little bit like a statement win to come out and start the way you did?
100%. I mean, I feel like the offense played really, really well from the jump. But, I mean, there is that little bit of disrespect with just the seeding and how it ended up working out. And we're going to play with that chip on our shoulder all playoff long. So excited about this game and excited to move on to Incarnate Word next week.
Adam, describe what happened on the interception.
I got a nice assist from Matt Durant's and kind of ended up right in my lap, and then just kind of running back instincts kicked in and got to the end zone.
Mark, can you walk me through the trick play there a little bit? I mean, just working that into the offense a little bit?
Yeah, we've been working on that trick play since the beginning of the season. Standing in the huddle, usually you have a running back in the huddle with you. You don't usually have no running back in the huddle. I look around and I don't see Amar in there. I'm like, what is going on? I see the 3 tight ends. I'm like, oh, we're running this. So it was really cool, and it was a good opportunity to get Kevin a touchdown pass. I swear I was in to give him a touchdown pass. We're counting it as a touchdown pass for him. But it was a really cool play, and we ran it against Delaware too 4 years ago in the playoffs. So it was kind of cool to bring it back, and I scored. But yeah.
How about in the second half too? The methodical drive you guys put together. I mean, how key was that to just get the offense going a little bit in the second half there?
It was big, and that first drive in the second half, we did really, really well, and we kind of just shot ourselves in the foot. But it was good to come back and make another drive later in that quarter and kind of make a statement and kind of put the game away, going up 28-3 there, and we felt really, really good about that one.
Tucker, your interception, were you guys maybe thinking turnover there because they had a really good drive going and you get that turnover? It seemed like that was maybe the turning point in the game.
Yeah, they had some plays going for them and had some things going on offense, so a turnover was the best thing in our case scenario, so ended up working out just fine.
Question for you, Mark, and maybe this wasn't that big of a deal, so don't act like it was or wasn't, but there's a throw before the touchdown pass to Griffin where they jumped off sides, and I think you noticed it, and you kind of just let it fly downfield. I think you made maybe your best throw of the season. Do you remember anything in your mind clicking like, I'm just going to let this fall?
Well, I mean, I saw Griffin one-on-one, so I just tried to give him a shot there, to be honest. I mean, I'll take Griffin one-on-one against anybody in the country, and he got his opportunity and made a play there, so that's kind of all it was.
Did you notice them jump off sides?
Not on that one, but on the other 2, I did. But, yeah.
Mark, I mean, early in the game, you guys have that fumbled exchange and kind of a rough start. Kind of a sign of the growth of this team, though, throughout the season. Like, I think similar thing kind of happened in one of the earlier games this year where you had a turnover, kind of lingered for a while, and you guys got off to a rough start, but you shook this one off. And like you said, that was maybe one of your best offensive efforts of the year.
Yeah, and we had a good first couple plays there to start off the game, and I mean that's just a simple mistake, and we ended up letting the guy get through the low offensive line, and he made a good play on it. But the defense did a good job of responding, only giving up a field goal, and then we came down that next drive and answered. So I think it's just exactly what you said. It shows growth of this team being able to respond to things like that, and hopefully we can continue to do that throughout the playoffs.
Adam and Mark, this is kind of for both of you. You know, you guys have played in a lot of playoff games. You know, is there any still extra juice when you guys suit up for this, or do our nerves kind of calm down? Like, how do you feel going into these games?
I'd say this year's a little different. I mean, there's a lot of playoff games knowing it's going to be the seniors, last game, but then now you're stepping into that role and you are the senior now, and, it could be your last game. So I'd say this year's a little bit different, for a lot of the 6U guys and seniors. But I think we've just been kind of playing it just like a regular season game, and there's a little bit more, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, and I was just kind of add to that is it's kind of like a new regular season almost once it gets to the playoffs, but it's win or go home at this point. So, I mean, for us seniors, like this could be our last game if we ended up not playing as good. So it's gonna be fun next week, kind of knowing that if NDSU does what they do on that side of the bracket, it's gonna be our last home game at Dana J. So they're gonna have a cool moment for us, and I just think we'll be playing with a little more extra juice.
For any, hopefully maybe one or two of you guys, like you said, you know it's going to be Incarnate Word. We know how close that game was up in the first time around, but obviously it's both teams are different. You've had rematches before of previous playoff games, but not necessarily of a non-conference team that you just played in the season. How does it affect things that you're playing a team you did just play earlier in the year, as opposed to some of these teams you played a year before in a playoff or something like that?
I can answer offensively, but offensively, I mean, we got to expect that they're going to run something a little bit different. I feel like we threw the ball really, really well against them. I'm sure they're going to try and change things up defensively to try and give us some trouble. So we're just going to have to try and figure out what those things are going to be and kind of respond early in that game to whatever they throw at us.
And Adam, I mean, obviously that was probably one of your tougher defensive games of the year, but it was early in the season. Is that one you kind of wanted, I don't want to say a mulligan for, but you wanted another chance at?
Yeah, no, we definitely, after that game, we had some things to correct, and I think we've done that throughout the remainder of the season. But yeah, like Mark said, we're probably going to see something different. They're going to throw some new wrinkles and stuff. So, just keep playing how we're playing and trusting each guy on the team to make plays, and that's just all we got to do.
Let's take a couple more for these guys.
Tucker, they ended up with 18 points, but how did you feel like the defense played? Because you had them on 3 for a long time.
Yeah, I thought we played really good. I thought guys were flying around, making plays, and just being ourselves. We got a standard. We try to live up to that week in and week out.
How much of the film of the Natty did you guys watch, talk about, or study throughout the week?
I mean, offensively, I thought we watched a lot. We watched the entire game in the film room. I watched it twice. I mean, that's always when you get back to like playing a team again. It's always good to look back at the film and what they did against you and what worked against you and what didn't work, because you got to expect the things that did work, they're going to try and throw that out at you again. So
Defensively, the same thing.
Were you surprised they didn't play the other quarterback at all?
I'd say a little bit, yeah. We were planning on both of them playing, but I'd say we're definitely surprised he didn't play.
Adam or Tucker, is there anything you guys are doing as a defense that you guys have improved on throughout the year?
I think our tackling's gotten a lot better.
I'd say the trust in each other. We all trust each other. We just do our 1/11th on the field, and go take care of the rest.
Anything else? Take one more.
What was your favorite part about today for you two seniors?
seeing him score a touchdown, everyone's celebrating. He didn't trip like he did at UNI. That was a lot of fun.
I was gonna get some crap for that. I had to stay out, so yeah, that was cool. So get in the end zone one more time at least.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.